And so today, jumping into Guild Quest, right now we have access to the enhanced Nightmare Quincy Guild Quest, where we can finally try out and test the true power of Renji's new Bankai. In this case, one of the reasons why I was very excited for this character's release is because this was my current Guild Quest team, which did the job just fine. Of all my Guild Quest scores, my range Quincy Guild Quest was definitely the worst, where my highest clear time was around 45 seconds remaining. So now that we can use Renji, this is the team that we are going to be using. Of course, Renji is going to be our main damage dealer, and realistically, he's going to solo the entire quest. That's the idea with this team. So with that in mind, one of his best supports, the best thing about Renji in a way that he is a technique Soul Reaper, is that you can actually use Jushiro as a really good team support. In this case, by using Jushiro, we are getting 20% more strong attack damage, and also 40% more damage to any enemy that is inflicted by a status ailment. But remember, because Jushiro's strong attack damage buff is specifically for technique Soul Reapers, that means it does stack with the Mugetsu soul trait. So 40% strong attack damage, 40% extra damage is what you are getting with Jushiro built like this. The accessories and other build doesn't matter, I'm just being lazy. Originally I was using Retsu, that's why he does have like heart accessories equipped to him. As for Retsu, she's the go-to team booster for this Guild Quest phase. So at this point, you might as well build it in case we do need to get that extra bit of damage, in case we don't maybe 1 or 2 shot any particular boss. Mine's 2 out of 5, but the main thing about her too is that she is providing a barrier and also boost effects, while also being capable of doing some pretty good damage, so she's a great character to include here. But also, most importantly, both Jushiro and also Nemu are Soul Reapers, and that's important to note with Renji's damage output, because of course his damage output is going to be super high here. He has the EX skill where you increase the damage to last rated enemies. The character itself has a 120% damage to last rated enemies. He has really good strong attacks. Frenzy +3, a good berserker value, but remember, because he does have Soul Reaper resonance, any Soul Reaper in the team increases his strong attack damage by an additional 10%. So overall, we are getting the max here at 30% for this type of game mode. In terms of how we are going to build him, we're going to be using these 3 accessories and these 3 links. Mine's 2 out of 5, so level 13 SP and focus. And for bonus abilities, we have full stamina damage and of course damage to last rated enemies. Alright then, so here we go, joining into our first attempt. Let's see how this does go. So first up, SA2. Probably should have started with the EX attack, which I didn't even get to hit. How much damage is this SA3 gonna... In one shot? Oh, okay, we almost... Okay, that's kind of crazy. Because remember, this is enhanced GQ, so more difficulty. Higher HP. That SA3 one shot is kind of crazy. Okay, this was super fast. And the Soul Bomb kills too at 2 out of 5. Wow. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. This is like expected because it's Renji. He has like the craziest damage output in the game, but it's still surprising in a way. I wasn't expecting to kill that fast. Unfortunately, we gotta be careful using that SA3. Even though it can inflict lacerate, we actually can lose a bit of full stamina if it does not inflict lacerate. Unless Nemu, for example, does give us the barrier. So, decent first attempt. We actually got a very similar score to my 2 out of 5 Jushiro, but the run itself was significantly worse. So that goes to show the potential with this particular Renji. Where's the final boss again? They're all over the place nowadays. Let's charge up the 3. Okay, we got paralyzed. Damn, what a terrible run. But still, like, we beat it nonetheless. Let me just use the EX, get some extra bit of damage. SP boost applied. And then we're going to finish up with the 3. Candice goes down. I kind of want Aaroniero to be the final boss, I'm not going to lie. So not our greatest run, to be fair, 46 seconds, but we can already see the potential. So Nightmare attempt number 2. Let's see how this does go. So when do I want to use my... Don't use the... Okay, I don't want to use the SA3 then, because the first boss is a power enemy. But the SA2, of course, does one shot. I guess in this case, we can Soul Bomb into the 1. We are now about to find out that we have no strong attacks ready. We can let go of the 3 relatively early, okay. And then going into Aaroniero. Oh, sorry, the final boss is Aaroniero. That's kind of funny. Didn't think he was. So, a bit better. It looks like it's a very easy 50-second run, even though we didn't quite get that. Without even having a game plan, remember, we're kind of just going in right now and just seeing what sticks. So let's use the SA3. We completely missed it. Great. That's kind of the one bad thing. Oh, that was crazy. The one bad thing about lacerate is that sometimes the enemies go all over the place. But at least it does stop the enemies from attacking. Let's use the SA3 now. Unfortunately, didn't get the lacerate proc, but super easy, man. Super easy. I can definitely see real good potential with this. We might have to do a few resets. Likely what I like to do is just go in, go out, see what we get. But I kind of want to see how far we can take this. All right, then, so here we go. Can I just sub him here and then SA1? We can do that. SA3. We'll let it go again. Ideally, I think we kind of want to one-shot that phase, if we possibly can. Bring everyone down. SA1. Almost one-shot there. This time we want Nemu to come in. But unfortunately, Nemu 2 isn't really providing much, truth be told. Given the fact that she doesn't have any weakened immunity, right? I mean, she does, but it's not 200%. So, realistically, Nemu is just here for the team boost. So, once to our next attempt, here we go. I guess we'll start off with the Soul Bomb. SA1. I guess I'd SA2 here. It's not too bad. Let me do this and then SA3. And then let go on Candice. Oh. Hello? 53? Damn, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. That is very, very good. And again, just compared to Jushiro, not even trying to downplay Jushiro, right? His run is actually very consistent. I thought Renji would be a bit awkward due to that SA1, but it's really not. But this is the enhanced GQ. Unfortunately, we now lost all our damage. Could you imagine if this was the normal guild quest? This character would be crazy. We're already about to reach the max score you can get in general. And enhanced difficulty versus what we would have normally had if this character released a month ago. So this is actually level 4. We took damage here, so it completely slowed down this run. But how does Candice keep inflicting us with stars ailments? That is so unfortunate. But yeah, I guess it goes to show, even if you take a hit, you still have plenty of time to spare in terms of clearing this quest. So yeah, 33 is not too bad. Let's try that again though, but maybe try different builds. So I've been recommended to try this build, just go full strong attack damage. And I'm glad I'm now able to max transcend my Senka Aizens, because before I always chose the 6 starter kits. But with the Senkemon shop, you pretty much can only really buy the characters. So with that, we have 2 max transcended links here, but the focus is just to give us as much strong attack damage as possible. Realistically, with Renji, we might not even need a recharge built in. So let's see how this goes. So if we Soul Bomb, 1, there we go, nice. And I think here we want a one-shot. Not quite, but close enough. And then going into E-Burn, I mean, we would have actually one-shot there. We can kill there with the SA1, that's actually pretty cool. Damn, we 2-shot there. We are doing crazy damage. Unfortunately, this run actually didn't go too bad, despite us messing up. Because we didn't get the status proc. But even then, we're still able to like one-shot pretty much almost every phase here. There we go. SA1 does the job. SA3. Not quite. Surprisingly, that works. Surprisingly, that works. And then SA1. I think we got 54 there. That's not how the run was supposed to go. But, like, I guess in the case if you don't one-shot that second boss, and therefore you don't one-shot the third boss, you can still do something. So I guess I'll gladly take that run for now. Because, again, I don't want to reset too much right now. Let me let go of the freak just in case. I don't think the Oryu was lacerated there. Oh, it's so weird. I don't mind that they moved him. We've taken damage. It's already too late. It's not too late, but it's a bit off-putting because I'm not used to the bosses spawning like in all these different places. Have I just missed the SA3? Okay, we got a decent hit. I'm just missing all my attacks, bro. I mean, we have plenty of time. We're fine. Unless I get one shot somehow. We're chilling. So let's just wait for the EX. There we go. SA2. Into the 1. Did we get the lacerate? Close enough. And then SA3. This run was way too close than it should have been. Truth be told. But again, just don't get hit in the final stage. Sit back if you need to. Don't be up close. Right next to the boss. So that should be a new PB for this current phase. Basically 54. We'll claim it as 54. But there's definitely potential for like 55, 56, and even 57. Again, assuming you are able to one-shot each phase here. But hey, the SA1 honestly isn't too bad. I thought it would be a bit awkward when it comes to killing an entire wave with this strong attack 1, because with Bankai Ichigo, the 4-ring one, it is a bit more awkward. Granted, to be fair, Renji's SA1 beam does work a little bit different. And maybe that difference makes it a bit more consistent, because in that particular run, we were able to take out 2 waves there with just one strong attack one. Now, for what I am seeing, again, I don't have the character to test it out myself, but it does seem like Retsu can actually easily beat this quest. So if you do not have ranges, but you do have access to Retsu in particular, your best bet would be Retsu, Nemu, and then also Maid Orihime. But surprisingly, I guess because everyone's right now using Renji, right, you're not seeing too much. Oh no, she's right there. I'm blind. Never mind. Forget what I was saying. So yeah, no Renji, just use Retsu, Nemu, and then also Maid Orihime. That will give you the immunity and allow both your characters to deal damage. But let's do one more final run, just going with a more simple build, right? Because if you do want to go with the strong attack damage, full stamina build, you kind of have to make up for with extra stats, you know? If you aren't one-shotting each wave, the build itself isn't going to work. So a more simple build is something like this. But in general, you still kind of follow the same pattern anyway. SA3. SA1 there. 2 into E-Burn, for example, and then with Candice, we kind of just go down. I mean, if the strong attacks go off and knock Demi's back, it doesn't quite work, but it's fine. And then last up, Uryu. I really wanted that SA3 to one-shot there. Not quite. Not quite. But let's just finish up this extra wave and finish up the video. So yeah, Renji's amazing. Absolutely amazing character. Surprisingly right now, it's not surprising, but at the same time it is. Like, on paper, you expect him to do crazy work, and he's doing crazy work. And again, this is the enhanced difficulty. So the boss has, like, significantly more damage. So we were right by saying he basically is like a modern day 9th anniversary Kenpachi. Having said that, Kenpachi's only a year old. So it's not like it's, you know, a crazy statement, but he really is just Kenpachi. And I guess in this case, a little bit better. Maybe a bit way better. I don't know. Definitely amazing character though. Deserving of a Bankai Renji. I'm glad it happened the way it did, and by that, the last Renji that we got was the Brave Battle character, because this one has way better attacks too, flashy attacks, given the context of the fight against Uryu. I'm really glad they made this one the spiritual pressure unit, as opposed to maybe this being the Brave Battle character, and the previous one with the Master Masculine fight being, you know, the SP unit. But either way, that's Renji in a nutshell, an absolute beast in Guild Quest. Let me know what team you guys used in the comments below. How do you feel about this character if you tried him out? But I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.